Last time on sailing vessel WildChild, we went from Roberts Harbour to Kennebec River. That was wrong. We went from Roberts Harbour to South Bristol. Let's see what happened. Good morning, Lexi. It's Monday, October 14.
15.
Oh, 15.
Wow, middle of October already. So we left a lovely little protected anchorage that looked like Northern Ontario, just beautiful, scenic,
Bristol.
very safe. Like, it was really pretty.
Bristol Harbour.
South Bristol. It was across from South Bristol Harbour. Right now we are very close hauled with a wind angle of like 38 degrees, tight to the wind, trying to get out. We're 11.3 over 3.8, so thank God WildChild can point because we're tight to the wind. We're just sort of coming out. The coast of Maine is very fingery, and these fingers are 3 to 10 miles deep. So when you're out sailing and you want to come to safety, sometimes you have to go 5 miles up to find some place to go. So you lose, 5 miles in and 5 miles out every day. It's not ideal conditions today for sailing, and the weather's going to turn on us at some point. But this is a bad week. We have very, very nasty winds, like 30, 40 knots of wind coming Wednesday, Thursday, which means the ocean will be too wavy on Friday, which means there'll be giant swell. So we're going to lose a lot of days sailing, and winter's coming. So this Thursday it's supposed to be 7 degrees Celsius and minus 1 degree Celsius at night, which means winter's coming, and we're under pressure to be chased. Hurricanes are mostly done, but winter is definitely on its way down. So we gotta try to stay below the cold weather line. We're not far from Portland, Maine, which is what I'd like to be in another day or two. So we have half a day of sailing dead into the wind today. So maybe we can make 15 or 20 miles. Tomorrow we'll have maybe half a day of dead into the wind. Maybe we can make 15 or 20 miles. The good news is the ocean state is calm. The bad news is the winds are extremely unfavorable, so try to make miles into winds, and then when it gets nasty, it'll be offshore, like from the shore towards the ocean, which is a beautiful beam reach, but 40 knots of wind and 30 knots of wind is just too much. So, do what we can, I guess.
That day it was sunny, but it was cold, very cold.
Sailing where the wind was supposed to be southwest, and of course it came from the south. It's supposed to be west by southwest, and it came out of the south. So we ended up having it on the nose all day. WildChild's a good girl and she makes progress, but there's no point in beating dead into the wind, for another hour or two before dark, just for the sake of an extra mile or two. So you can see, here we are. We're off the coast of Maine. There's Nova Scotia. There's Cape Cod, there's Maine, there's us. So we left from out here somewheres this morning. We made about another 30 miles down the coast, which is good, I guess. We wanted 50 miles to make it to Portland, but when the wind's on the nose, there's not a lot you can do about that. So we made it from out here somewheres down to there. And then if you have a look, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of places off the coast of Maine to tuck in and hide. And this is South Bristol Bay. We were going to go there because it says on Google Maps there's a grocery store, but it closes at 5, and grocery store is a very loose term. So we came across the bay because it's sort of a better holding and better protection. The winds are supposed to be like this. So they are like, well, there is no wind right now, but you can see that the chart plotter is saying the wind's kind of from there. It was there earlier today, but now it's there. It's going to go around kind of there. So we're pretty protected. And where are we? So I don't know if you remember video from a few days ago, but even 4 days ago, all the leaves were changing color and fall was coming. And we go 100 miles or 80 miles south, and it's not yet fall. I mean, it's kind of starting, to be honest. You can see there's a little bit of color. I don't know if you can see. There's a little color in the trees, like they're starting to get that tiny tinge of orange. But Nova Scotia had gone completely orange when we had left. There's some kind of, I think it's like a world headquarters for some accounting firm or something. I have no idea. The place is gorgeous, like as far as anchorages go, it looks like Northern Ontario. Saw a sailboat mast in the bay, so we thought, well, maybe they'd be friendly to sailors. It's got a very cottagey feeling. There you go, now you can see some of the color in the trees. A little bit of yellow and red's coming, but it's not completely gone over. Means they haven't gotten a good frost yet, which is great for us. Winter's chasing us south, and we're doing okay, I guess. I wish we were a week or two further ahead, though, further away from winter.
We sailed from Roberts Harbour to South Bristol. On the last video, I forgot that part. That's why I come back to that detail. It was a lovely anchorage, very peaceful. We broke our running backstay going from South Bristol direction to Kennebec River. This is where it happened. So we took Kennebec River, then we just arrived at the fort, it's Popham Point. We just turned the corner and we saw a mooring ball field, so we decided to grab a mooring ball for the night. We went to bed early because we were tired, but around midnight the wind picked up and suddenly we felt that WildChild was dragging towards another boat. So everybody on deck, we need to do something about that. The reason why WildChild was dragging, it was a combination of a very strong wind, 30 knot plus, and also a strong current in the bay. So we need to move and drop the anchor somewhere else. Let me tell you, it was a very stressful night.
Hi guys, so my name is Alexis Wright, R-I-G-H-T. My phone number is 905-325-5901. I'm calling you on Monday afternoon. I'm on board a sailboat named WildChild going from Niagara Falls, Canada down to the Caribbean. We broke our running backstay. We are currently 20 nautical miles north of Portland and heading in that general direction. And we need a new fitting swaged onto the end. And the marina people tell me that you guys are the ones to talk to. So I'm hoping you could maybe call me back today, and maybe you can help us find some way to get a new end just swaged onto the cable. Alexis 905-325-5901. Thanks guys, please call. Thanks. Bye. Okay.
Lucky for us, we found a place that can help us repair WildChild. Hudson Marine Services. It's in Southport Harbour, and we had a mooring ball at Hudson Marina.
Good morning, Coda Bear. So, it's cold out. I'm wearing 3 pairs of pants and long johns, and 3 sweaters and a jacket. It's sunny, which is deceiving, and it looks like we have a favorable wind, which is deceiving, because we're going backwards. We're going the wrong way. We're going back towards Nova Scotia. So yesterday, when we were crossing the mouth of this very bay, we broke a running backstay. You can see that video earlier. And it turns out that 5 miles from where we broke it is actually a rigger. There's a sailboat repair place, a marine boatyard, and a rigger. And so even though we were 5 miles up that way in the Kennebec River last night, where we had a terrible anchorage, mooring ball drag, smashed into a fishing boat, very stressful, horrible night. Woke up this morning to 20 knots of wind on the nose for where we want to go south, but a beautiful run to get the 8 miles back to the riggers. And if we get there by noon, they might actually be able to fix our running backstay by today, which is fabulous. WildChild's injured, and we gotta make her better.
There you go. So this is what we are. I'm preparing this harness for Lexi. We have to go up the mast. Right there. Lexi have to go up the mast to get the old running backstay to bring it to the rigging guy.
See that piece, running backstay, we need to fix it. So.
After a few minutes, there you go, the new backstay was installed. Great job, Lexi. We're so grateful, and many thanks to the Hudson Marine Services. Thanks so much, guys.
Whew. There you go, general store.
Yeah, it's still cold out. There's still like
Yep.
pain up here. I guess a local thing is to put cheese on apple pie. which I thought the guy was kidding or that it was crazy. But it's actually delicious.
What are you eating, honey?
I got the last shepherd's pie.
Okay. Oh, and you love that.
Shepherd's pie.
And you eating apple pie with
Cheese on it.
cheese. Good.
It is really good. I probably shouldn't eat my pie first and then my meal. It's too hot though.
In that picture, you see Lexi with the store owner, and she had a conversation about U.S. politics. That was interesting.
So we just stopped at the general store to eat a bite. Had some pasta there, delicious. Lexi had the shepherd's pie. And a nice apple pie with some cheese on top.
Apparently it's the American way to eat apple pie is with a slice of American cheese on it.
Yeah,
It actually was good.
that was delicious. And then after that, Lexi had a long conversation about the American politics. So that was lovely, right?
It's good for me to like have an intellectual conversation with somebody, to engage another human being in a conversation, thoughts and exchange of ideas. I need it.
Yeah.
We get pretty isolated on the boat.
Different than my idea.
Yeah.
It's nice to chat with other people. But here, I have to say that people are fabulous, very nice people.